Hey everyone who's seeing this because I pushed the button too early.
What's up?
As we go on, we'll remember all the times we've had together. Hey everybody. Hello. Oh, hold on. I forgot my festive
Come on, dude.
paraphernalia.
Get the
There we go.
props ready. Let's
Yes,
go.
so if you guys are wondering, we are celebrating so many things today here on Office Hours. We are celebrating the
So many.
holidays. We are celebrating graduation at the end of our fall semester. We're celebrating the new year, and we're also celebrating a full year of Adobe Live. This is the last show before the end of the new year. Nick, how are you
Yeah.
feeling about it?
Oh, sad but excited. It's always good to like kind of put like a period at the end of something like this and then move to the next thing. And I'm excited. This is going to be great.
I am too. So, if you've
Yeah.
noticed, I am celebrating the holidays, but then Nick is at graduation because we wanted to make sure that we covered all of our bases. So today we have so many things to talk to you about today, and it's going to be all over the place.
Jam packed.
Nick, what's the overview for today?
Okay, so first we're gonna highlight the year, right? We're gonna
Yes,
talk a little bit about what we got out of it. Then I believe you're gonna do what has been promised for weeks, and that is a
yes.
data merge
Data merge and InDesign.
example. Perfect. Then we are gonna do the most in-depth sneak. Well, we're pretty much gonna sum up the next 8 weeks in our presentation for what we're doing with Adobe Office Hours abroad.
That's
Can't wait.
true. So if you haven't heard about it, Adobe Office Hours is going abroad next semester. Next, I don't know, January and February.
The
We're
next
going
time we
abroad.
meet.
Yes, and next time we meet, and we are focusing on mobile apps. So it's going to be super fun. It's all about
Yeah.
mobile. We'll give a preview today, look at our syllabus for that next 2 months, and it's going to have a great time. It's going to have a great time. I don't know. I just said words there. All right, Nick, let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to start out today with some speeches, I think. Nick, I
Yeah.
think. Oh, I'm up first.
You're up first. I did that purposely on the slides.
Thanks, Nick. All right, this is my commencement speech for you all. We've learned a lot this semester. Oh gosh, I'm getting
Don't
emotional.
cry.
I'm not.
Don't.
I'm not. No, I can't cry. We've learned a lot this semester. It's been super fun. We had a vision at the beginning for what Office Hours was going to be as we revamped it. And I feel like you guys have been on board and participated the whole time. It's been awesome to hear stories of people getting jobs, getting internships. We had somebody just the other day that was doing an interview and said they stopped doing their classes for a week, which like don't do, to do our homework of learning Adobe XD because we assigned it, and they were doing an interview as a highlight on the Adobe channels. And so it's been really cool to see you guys grow, and hopefully we can continue growing in a different way into the next semester. And as you guys wrap up this semester, if you're in actual school, not that this is kind of actual school, but if you guys are in actual school, as you continue into the next semester, keep your chin up, push in, learn what you can, try new things. Don't put too much pressure on yourself because it's crazy right now. But try to do your best. That's all you can do, and make yourself proud of yourself. All right, that's my speech. Nick, you're up, sir.
Damn. How do I follow that?
I tried.
you know, I would say, yeah, I love how you started by saying our idea and our concept behind this was really simple. And first, just thanks to Adobe for letting us do this. This has been like a new and unique thing. And we are on, as much as we are on autopilot and putting this together, because I think both Andrew and I are so in sync with the same kind of ideals and principles of what we should teach you guys. It's also something really chaotic, and it's also something very spontaneous,
Yes.
spontaneous, which we love as creatives, right?
Yes.
It's not the same thing every time. You guys have been a great group. It's so cool to see all you guys know each other. And I see you guys following each other like on LinkedIn, not just on Behance, but on other platforms. So that means
Yes.
something's happening and you guys are connecting. Don't lose that connection that you make through shows like us and participations and things like this on social media platforms or any creative community. Start your own in your own area. I mean, take it from us. This really works. You get great people that you get to talk to. The closing thing I'd love to say is now is the perfect time to not be a commonplace designer. Be authentic, be uncommon, be extraordinary.
Yes.
Take advantage of this moment. Look at the competition around you, whatever it is. Is it another person at your job? Is it another student going after the same job? You can't afford to be average or common in this day and age, in this moment of time. So do it and be amazing.
Yes, and the reason you guys saw me switching back and forth between scenes right there is because I wanted to point out our Discord. If you are not in our Discord, this is an awesome place to get connected, to join the community, and it's the perfect time. If you're watching for the first time, if you're watching on YouTube, come over to Behance. You're in the wrong place, we love you, but come over to Behance, behance.net/live, and just click through into that chat. That's where we're watching and reading and building our community, so come over from YouTube. And if you're in chat, join our Discord. Thanks for being a part here. And let's do this. In chat, everyone give yourselves a round of applause.
Yeah.
Let's do a little digital clap. Yes, this is Nick and I. Oh, here, we'll do an ASMR. There you go. That's all you get. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to Adobe Office Hours, and we'll see you later. No, I'm kidding. It just sounded like I was landing the plane. All right, so let's go ahead and keep going. Andrew, pull it together today.
Take a breath.
Well, see, it's the
Cleansing
motions.
breath.
So what we want you guys to do is we'll be asking at the end of this session some suggestions for you. We'll do an overview of what we're looking for, but we want to hear your suggestions. We want to hear what you want to learn, where you want to go, and we'll try to incorporate that. Yes, love seeing the claps coming in to chat. Yes, so fun.
Good job, guys.
Yes. All right. So finally, I have promised this for the entire semester. Hi, Sherry. Sherry's new here. Welcome. This is the graduation of our fall semester, but we are going to preview what we're doing next, so you can get excited and tune in with that.
May I say, where else can you show up on graduation for the first time and get a diploma?
That's true. Yes, that's true. So finally, I'm going to show you guys how to do the data merge in InDesign. We've been waiting an entire semester for this. I've been promising, and I put it at the beginning of our deck to make sure that we have time to cover it. So I'm gonna push you back to this screen right now as I switch over out of our browser and hop into Adobe InDesign. All right, so before we start, let's go to this screen. Let's see, this is not going to work for a second. Everyone hold on. Just wait for it. Oh, there it is. All right, so we're looking at the main screen. So we are here in InDesign, and we'll be using two different products today. We'll be using InDesign as well as Excel or Google Sheets, anything that is like a cell-based thing. So what I've done here is I'm in InDesign. Let's hide that. I'm in InDesign right now, and what I've done is I have laid out my text boxes, and I have formatted those text boxes for what I want the text to be. So when you're working with data merge, you need to really think about no signal. Hold, please.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, we have excellent connection. Okay. Try to refresh the page. Okay, so what is happening? Oh, okay, never mind. What's happening here is we are thinking through not designing this page. 0% of this is design right now. We're thinking about what pieces are going to go where. So it's almost like making a puzzle. We're thinking more about workflow than design. So when we make these text boxes here, we're just going to make regular text boxes and make sure that we format them in the way that we want them to be. Now, what I'm doing here is I have made different things at different sizes, right? So I've just made different pages at different sizes in one InDesign document. This is all one document. You can see that it has a Twitter card, an Instagram post, a story post, as well as a post for some other social media platform. So we have all these different sizes, and we have formatted each of these spaces into there. Now again, we're not designing, we're thinking, what are the fields we want here? I want to make sure I display their first name, their last name, the title, maybe their email, and or sorry, their website, and then maybe a picture of them, right? And so I have probably 40 speakers that are going to be in this, and instead of setting up every single one, I'm going to show you how to do all of them at the same time, which is crazy. So first, what we're going to do is, again, identify what are the fields that we want to do. And we're going to come over here into Excel, into Google Docs. Nick, have you ever done data merge like this?
No, I'm watching it live. Oh my gosh,
yes, I'm so excited. Okay,
with everybody.
So here we go. The basic easy part is we are going to make columns for each field that we are going to be using. So if you're doing this for numbering images, if you're doing page numbers, if you're doing name tags, I've done so many name tags like this.
Oh, sure. There you go.
Yeah, we're going to want to say the first name, the last name, maybe a department, right? So we have first name, last name, we have the speaker title, we have their website there, and then the last one is the most complex one. So if you want to put in an image, you're going to put at image. And what that's going to do is tell InDesign to grab that image. And what you need to do is in the folder that the InDesign is in. So let me show you guys where this is saved. The structure, and this is it. 90% of it is setting up the structure. And once you have that structure, it is good to go. So here we go right there. Cool. So in this folder, I have a folder called links. And in here, I have all of the different images that I need, right? They're all named just 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. I've saved them out in Illustrator, just named them whatever the name is. And so what I've done is I came over here and I did at image, telling InDesign, put an image here, and then /links means that wherever that InDesign document is saved, it's going to look for a folder in that same area that says links, right? So it's pulling links, and then it will pull sponsorship 8, right? And these are all matched up with who those speakers are. So what we can do now is, now that we have all of this, we are going to export it as a CSV file. So export as a CSV, come back over into InDesign, and we'll go to Window, Data Merge. Actually, it's Window Utilities and Data Merge. It's going to pull up this little window here. Let me zoom out so we can see all of these. Nice. And from there, we are going to go to this little hamburger menu and hit Select Data Source. And we are coming back in January. Sorry, we are coming back January 8th. January 8th, we'll be back, and we'll be previewing all of that. So you're going to come to this hamburger menu and hit Select Data Source. And from there, we are just going to select that data source. Gosh, I hope it doesn't mess it up. Nope. Oh boy. And so what I'm going to do is, right, I have speakers sheet 1. This is the speaker that the sheet that I have just exported. I'll hit open. Oh, okay. It's because it's open, it's not working, but it's already in here. Gotcha. So what we're going to do is we'll come in here, and in these text boxes, we'll basically highlight what we want to do. And instead of typing the names in those, we're going to place the fields, right? So we're going to put, we want first name here, we want last name here. And if this is deleted, we can just come over here and click on last name, and it will put it in for us. It'll put in that field. So you literally can just click back and forth between that data merge panel, and it will put those in there for us. Nice. For the images, all you need to do is make a box, and then you are going to right click and set that as a placeholder. Was it probably purposeful that you made a square thing and all of your JPEGs are squared format as well? Yeah, so I formatted them the same, and that actually doesn't matter. You can set the frame so that it will actually fill in for you. So it will, it will basically resize it for you. So I literally just had a square made there, right, that I just made a rectangle, and then I click on image, and it will put the image in there, whatever the image is that's coming in. So these fields are really what you need to worry about, the top level of each of those columns. So with all of that put in, we've placed all the fields and we've formatted everything. I can click on preview. And what it's going to do right now is it's going to flow in everything from the columns in that chart into the spaces that I have designated for it. So watch this. Boom. So one click, I turn on preview. Now I have Clark Orr and Brittany Reagan. I have their picture here, owner of Hellcats. That's who they are. And it's resized to every single one of these sizes, right? So everything is good to go. Now check this out. Are you ready? Oh, it looks like this didn't size right.
Uh-oh.
So this didn't size right, which is not an issue because I can come in here, I can right click and go to frame options, which is somewhere I can't see right now. Frame fitting options, and I just turn on fit content to frame. Fill frame proportionally, that's what it is. So hit OK, and now that frame is set to do that. Now check this out. So we have one, that's great. We also can click this little button and these arrows, and it will cycle through our speakers. So it's cycling through each of these, cool. Doing all of them right away. So check this out. We probably have 30 of these in all these different sizes. What I do next is I come up to the little menu here and say create merged document. So with this, I'm going to do all records, which means it's going to make one set for every single record that I have, which is every row. So I hit OK. This might like crash my computer. It does take a little while to flow them all. And by a little while, I mean like, yeah, a couple minutes right there.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So now I zoom out here and check it out. It is now exported every single one of those for all of the speakers with their names and their images put in there. And then I simply can go and save this out as PNGs and then send them to all the speakers. So super quick, super fast, super easy way to make a million things at the same time. All you need to think about is what's going in those columns and what's going in those rows.
What happens if, like, let's say someone's name change, or they want to have a different company name? You go right to the Excel sheet first?
No. So like, because they're all exported here, I can literally go in and edit each of these individually. So if I need to make a change to one person, now that they're all exported, I can just hop in and change it at one point. Yeah. So you can export so many things, do it so fast. And just think about the way things are flowing is it's all about how you're putting the data and telling InDesign how to interpret that data. So perfect. That's your preview of, I guess that's your overview.
Your crash course right there.
You take it for a second, Nick.
Yeah, the crash course in data merge. Question, is this available in any other app, or is it InDesign is the only one? Wait, let's take a break.
InDesign is the only one that does data merge, of my knowledge.
That's what I thought.
It has done it the best that I've used.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it has. I think that this is it.
Obviously, because of its publication kind of, power and the fact that it's used for multi-page things like this. So yes. it makes a lot of sense.
Yes,
I think it's great.
Katrina has a point. She made all the bootcamp assets individually. This is an amazing way to make 1 billion social assets all at the same time. You can put different taglines in. So literally make columns that's tagline 1, tagline 2, tagline 3. Maybe there are different links, link 1, link 2, link 3. You can just put it all in there. So that's super
That's
easy.
Great. Dude, this is great. I might even fire up InDesign just to do this.
Man, not enough people spend time in InDesign, and I love InDesign so much. All right, so let's continue on and talk about where office hours is going. Something very special, very exciting that is near and dear to our hearts. It is obviously not a time for us to travel at this point. We're staying home. We're staying COVID free or COVID immune.
Whatever it is.
Made my way through.
Yes.
And we are going to take you on a virtual tour so that when you are ready to get out there and go back on the road and back out into the world, you'll be equipped to use the Adobe mobile apps. And maybe you're just going from your desk to your bed. We're going to help you use that and take your iPad away. So let's go ahead and hop in. Nick, what is the all new office hours about?
This is so great. We're going to kind of take the idea of workflow on the go, right? The idea here is we want to make sure you are using all of these great applications. I've even been guilty of having a few of them on my phone and not really kind of have dug into them a little bit over the past few years, but there's one or two that have been just like standbys for me. And I'm so excited to talk about those. And I've been kind of messing around with the other ones that we're going to be looking at. But the idea here is, again, you are supposed to get out and do all different kinds of things into whatever capacity you can at this point with your phone, with your iPad, whatever device you're using out and about, capturing great things, doing things on the go, and primarily like almost like replacing your desktop in a lot of ways with the power of these apps.
Oh my gosh. Like the second I got Illustrator on iPad, Photoshop on, like, I don't use my laptop very much anymore. I'm just like, cool, I got my iPad, I got my Apple Pencil, I can just go for it there.
There you go.
And
Yeah.
yes, someone mentioned these colors and the design reminds them of sailing. That's 100% what I wanted, which makes me so happy. Yes, we wanted it to be very nautical. So I'm so excited that you said that. Yay, my heart's so excited. So here are all the apps that we will learn. We won't be covering every single mobile app, but we will be covering the outliers. I think that Illustrator, Photoshop are the big ones. There's master classes and stuff for that. We want to show you the ones that maybe get a little bit of a backseat that can push you toward social media. The focus of On the Go is really to push you toward social media as well. We're talking TikTok, we're talking Behance, we're talking Instagram. We're going to show you how to leverage all these programs to really push to the next level with your social media.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing, Nick, what programs are we doing?
So we're doing Lightroom, we're doing Spark, we're doing Rush, Fresco, Aero, and Capture.
Yes.
And I mean, that alone is a suite of just like incredible, great power that we should be using more than we are probably at this point. I'd love to know who has not used a Adobe mobile app yet. I'm just curious.
Yes. Yeah. Who hasn't used an app? That's a great question.
Or even if you've only used one or two, like give us on a scale of 1 to 10, how have you been doing on using Adobe mobile apps?
Yes.
We're about to change that.
Yes, these are the programs that we are going to be covering. If you want a little quick recap, we are going to be doing Lerspruferarka is what we're going to call it for short. That's the lineup of all of the Lerspruferarka.
Hey, maybe there's a better scramble and it actually.
I was going to say we need to scramble to see what we can make here. And Rivka has not. A couple people using just Rush and Fresco and Capture. Yep, I think I have kind of bounced around in some more than others, and so I'm excited to really jump in. So Nick, let's talk overview. We're going to kind of give you guys an overview of what the different programs that we're going to be using, what they're used for, and actually, before we hop here, we have the syllabus here at the end somewhere, right, Nick?
I don't believe. Oh, did we put it on there?
I say the words and I didn't. Okay, cool. So what we can do?
Want to share that real quick?
Yes. What we can do real quick is I'm going to pull up our syllabus, and I want to make sure that I show that before we hop in, so that you guys can pull up your calendars and mark the dates for the ones that you really want to be a part of, as well as
every single episode.
Exactly, every single one. But if there's one that you like really want to bookmark, you can put it on your calendars. We're on at 2:30 every day. Or sorry, every Friday. Oh my gosh, I got so stressed. Down here, bit.ly/Adobe Office Hours, we're keeping the same link, and so we will be archiving all the stuff from the fall semester into a folder. And if you want to go there right now and follow along, we do have the syllabus in a folder for you, so that you can follow along. So let's hop over here, and today here is the syllabus. Nick, do you want to walk us through kind of where we're going with each app?
Ooh, let's see. It's not caught up on my screen. It's not caught up on my screen. I'm watching the delay.
Yeah, I got it. So today we are going to be talking a little bit of social strategy. We're going to be talking about the Adobe Broad Preview, which is happening right now. And then coming back January 8th, we are starting with creating a photo journal and a profile picture. We'll be using Lightroom to edit and export photos on the go. So we're going to make sure that all of our blemishes are touched up, that any shines are pulled back, the toning on our skin is beautiful and glowing, and show you how to do all of that in Lightroom on mobile. January 15th, where are we going, Nick?
We are doing, let me go to full screen. Adobe Spark.
Yes.
Yes, and this is so cool. We'll talk a little bit more about it, but the idea here is to show how you can really enhance social media posts.
Yes.
All from your phone. No need to use filters on any of your apps. You've got them all in Spark.
Yep, it's going to be a blast. After that, we're doing quick videos on the go. If you're out and about, you meet someone cool, they have a business, they want you to do a quick video for them. We're going to show you how to shoot it and how to edit it in Adobe Rush. Very quick, very easy. Add transitions, add all kinds of cool stuff. After that, Nick, we're excited for this one.
Ooh, yeah, this is a new one for me, Adobe Fresco. And I've been like, I was using the other one for quite a while, and when Fresco came out, I started dabbling in a little bit, took a few courses at Max, and love it. It's so much fun. Just think of it as the thing that brings in your painting skills, your drawing skills. It takes full access of the stylus. So we're going to have a blast with it. For us, we're going to just show you you can make art anywhere. That's kind of the whole goal.
Absolutely. And uh, Jiro Team is saying, I wish my birthday fell on one of those dates, but it doesn't. Sorry, we'll celebrate. Whatever week your birthday is, let us know and we'll celebrate. After that, we are doing augmented reality on location. I'm so excited for this one. We're going to be jumping into Adobe Aero. I know that Nick loves Adobe Aero, so we're going to be showing you how to do mockups, how to place all of your things in the right places in augmented reality. In my brain, all that I think about is Pokemon Go. So like, I'm going to figure out how do I get Pokemon into Aero and how do we put them on my desk.
I love it.
So after that, Nick, where are we going?
We are going into Capture. Capture's got to be the most robust thing on the entire platform.
Everything.
We're going to help you guys gather and capture inspiration and things along the way, and then how you can turn it and actually use it even in your desktop publishing or your desktop apps as well. So an amazing app. I can't wait to talk about that one.
Yep. And then after that, February 19th, we will be focusing on exporting, posting to social media, as well as organization in Creative Cloud, right? If you've used Creative Cloud, you know the idea of Creative Cloud, but using Creative Cloud storage, that's all that I use for my storage files. And I'm able to go on my iPad and I can move files wherever I need to. I can organize them. I can rename them. And it is so awesome. And yes, Simone says no Photoshop Express. So we are not going to be covering Photoshop or Illustrator in this section because there are so many resources for that in other classes and other people that are teaching master classes and all that stuff. So we want to focus on
these little gems.
Yeah, exactly. The hidden gems of the Adobe family. And then Nick, what's the finale? You guys already know.
We can't end without another game show. It's going to be
right.
our game show extravaganza once again. Probably be more of a visual. Ooh, we can do visuals.
Yes, we can do visuals because I have that pro subscription. Yeah.
There you go.
Had to pay for those visuals.
Nice.
So this is going to be super fun. Office Hours Adobe Abroad. This is kind of the lineup, but we also have some stuff to show you that's a little bit of previews. So Nick, let's hop in and talk about some of the apps. I was going to show them on my iPad, but we're just going to wait. We're going to wait and kind of blast through these. We've only got 25 minutes. My iPad's at 15%. We'll get there when we get there.
Just do the math.
Yep. So Nick, tell us a little bit about what Lightroom is as we're going to kind of start there.
Perfect. Lightroom is such a great tool. I've been using it probably for about 2 months now as my just complete photo editor on my phone. I got a new iPhone, great camera. So I wanted to take advantage of something really, really great. The cool thing about it too is just, again, how Adobe helps you sync everything together. And when you need it on desktop, it's there. When you need it on your iPad, it's there. One thing I like about it is it has this professional setting for even when you capture a picture. So you can have it on the auto setting, which just would be like your camera taking a picture, but you can actually put it on professional and you can mess with shutter speed, white balance, all these other cool settings that are there before you actually capture the picture. So you're getting a 10 times better result because you've adjusted a few things before. It's just a great way to kind of almost replace even your camera app.
Yep. And great. Laura's asking, are we going to have assignments? As of right now, no, but like this feels right for assignments. It really feels like we can give you guys some fun homework.
Yeah, maybe a collective spot on the Discord where everyone could just post what they've done on that app.
Oh my gosh, yes, that's so fun.
As easy as that, right?
Yep. So if we're doing Lightroom, we can show you how to export and post it into that Discord. So Laura, yes, we will figure out what it looks like for you guys to participate in this. The hope would be that you'd be experimenting and playing around, but we'll figure out some actual assignments for you to get in there. If you guys have any other suggestions, we're open. We are. You guys know. You guys already know.
Yeah.
We are open books.
Rivka mentioned even just help on organizing and being productive on the Creative Cloud library. That'd be a great one to squeeze in for sure.
I am the guy for that. I literally had an assignment from a client that was to organize 600 stock photos, and I did it super easily on my iPad with my Apple Pencil in Creative Cloud. Cake. Cool. So Lightroom is awesome. One of my favorite things is you can actually hook your camera up to your up to Lightroom, and you can see photos as they're coming in from your camera. You can set presets so that they just like go right away. It's amazing. It's awesome. I love it. All right,
I
so
love it.
next up, Adobe Spark. Adobe Spark is
Yeah.
super fun and it's great for social media. If you're going to be leveling up your social media game, making carousels, trying to get that community engagement, this is an amazing tool. It also does video, which is great.
Yeah.
So we'll be
Isn't
showing
that
you
great?
Adobe Spark, how to make those social media images on the go, and really level up your Instagram, Behance, Twitter, TikTok if you want,
Everything.
using Adobe Spark.
Yeah. One of my favorite things about it too is I have a lot of clients that can't afford to use me for social media stuff, and they can't
Yes.
afford a social media expert that charges them a monthly fee. I set them up on Spark. We uploaded all their logos, all of their brand colors, and they have a section now called My Brand. So when they make a post, it's it's getting close to something that maybe I would have done for them, and it's just
Yep.
being done by somebody on their team.
Yep.
So
And
it
Elizabeth
makes you
Mock.
it makes you like instant professional.
Yep,
Yeah.
Elizabeth says that we use Spark for Adobe Max quotes a lot. Yes, that's like on the
Ah,
go. This is the greatest thing on the go.
that's
And
great.
something that I love is I think I'm saying this now because I was looking at it. I think that it has integrations with CC libraries now as well.
Ah,
And
that'd
so
be
that's
great.
something amazing that you can send a client, and then across all of the different platforms, they can use those libraries. And Jiro Tima says, I didn't figure out the video thing in Spark, but I still use it for quick posts. Yep, we'll be getting
That's
in depth
okay.
and showing you walkthroughs on all those, how to leverage them.
Yeah,
And it's going to be so much fun. All right,
totally
next up,
cool.
one of my favorites. Nick, what are we doing?
We're doing Adobe Rush. They are free mobile desktop video editing app. Total great creative on the go, wherever you are, from your phone to your computer. You shoot back and forth. I'll admit it, I am not a video person in any way. I've never taken a course in it. I don't know those little nuances of how to kind of do it right as opposed to like just laying out graphics. So for me, what I love about it is it's so unintimidating. It's so
Yes.
easy to get into. Great transitions. You can adjust speed. I remember even saying I wanted to slow something down, figured it out like that. Custom titles, adding your own audio. Just to have something like this that's not intimidating when it comes to something you don't know is so crucial. That's what I
Yep.
love about it.
And Win Password Wi-Fi says, what does Adobe Spark use for? It's for creating social media images on the go. Just
Yeah.
simple images, really engaging stuff, and it's super easy to use. And yes, Rush is amazing. And as much as I am a video guy that I'm literally always on camera, everything I do is live production. And so anytime that I have to edit video, I'm always a little bit
Yeah.
clunky, but Adobe Rush has made it so easy when I need to get in there.
That's
And
great.
Carrie, this is your first time ever. Welcome to Adobe Office
Hey.
Hours. Nick, do you want to give a little talk about what we're doing and when she can tune
Yeah.
in?
Oh, yes. You are right at the beginning of our new semester called Adobe Abroad. We're going to be looking at all of the mobile apps Adobe offers, and we are going to show you how to use them on the go. We're going to be a little optimistic and say we're out and about traveling, but this is all for when we get back to being able to do this kind of stuff and being on the go creatives with just our phones or our
iPads. Yep.
iPads. Yeah.
So next up, we're going to talk about Fresco. You guys know Fresco. It's a big deal. It's amazing. We're going to be painting some stuff, maybe creating some mural work.
Mm-hmm.
Nick's an amazing artist. I'm not. So we're going to be relying heavily on Nick for this one. But I will be showing some stuff out as well as the live brushes and how they interact with each other, doing watercolors. It's going to be awesome and amazing. And Nick, you need to talk about this one. What's up
I
next?
you're well. Can I talk about Fresco for 1 sec?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The fact that I'm not a good artist, it has made me look like I'm a good artist because I've been just kind of
That's
learning it and
so
figuring it
fair.
out. The live brushes are the coolest thing in the world. It's like you are literally have oil or watercolors on paper or canvas, and you can manipulate it after it's been applied. You can blend and move and shift the thing. You can see the water kind of like moving on it.
Yes.
It's obviously the most hands-on organic vibe of the entire bunch that we're talking about. But man, we should be even telling everybody, have these preloaded right before we get
Yes.
started in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Absolutely. Um, Nick, just talk about Adobe Aero next.
Oh, okay. This is the coolest thing. Because again, if you have no 3D or augmented reality kind of experience, it's literally that for dummies. That's
Yes.
all. It's the simplest thing. It takes 3D models that are even in starter kits or anything you've created in Dimension. And now you can apply it to any environment or atmosphere by just holding your camera up. And this is probably the most like, I've gotten more chins dropped from this one because of like clients or people seeing what I can do with their products or their designs, and they love it. So any environment, any 3D model joined together and live, and you video it. You can use it on social media. We're going to kind of use it in a really fun way as well. But you've tried it, right? You've seen a little bit of it?
Uh,
Or not yet?
yes, here's the thing. You guys love it when like we freak out and you get a reaction from us. Like that's always the thing on live streaming. If you want the reactions, tune in for this
Yeah,
episode because I get so excited about programs that I haven't been using a ton. And literally this
exactly.
morning I was playing around with it and I like put a little robot on my table and made him dance. And I was like, this is the greatest program in the world. This is all that I want to do
Unbelievable.
now. This is it.
And it's, I think it's just at the beginning. So it's a great time to get involved with something like this and get
Yep.
it under your belt. Yeah.
Yep. And how, are you going to show how to add animation in AR? Yes, because I
Oh,
learned that recently and it's
totally.
awesome.
Totally.
All right. Continuing on Adobe Capture, this is the one that I probably use the most often for specifically colors.
I love
I
that.
love pulling color schemes from this. I also love doing textures in this. There are a lot of times that I'll
Hmm.
do like I'll put salt on black paper or put pepper on white paper, and then I'm just like, boom, here's my texture. I'll use Adobe Capture, bring it into Illustrator, Autotrace, and we're good to go.
Yeah.
So it's super, super powerful. Great to not necessarily make stuff in on the go, but really as something to capture the inspiration around you. If you're traveling, if you're somewhere that you see a beautiful color scheme, snap a photo and then you can reference it, add it to your CC libraries, and use it in a project when you get home, or
Yeah.
even in another mobile app, right? We flip over in Illustrator and we've got
Yep.
this awesome color palette that's already set from something that we saw in the real world.
I like to call it the life scanner.
Yes.
It'll scan it'll look at type and tell you what font it is.
Oh,
You could
yes,
do,
yes. Rivka's saying I thought that Adobe Capture was only for patterns. Nick, what else can you
no.
do? Because there is,
Oh my God.
it is the most
Materials, like you
robust.
said, materials, you said,
Yep.
type. You can do shapes. So if you've drawn something really cool, capture it, instant vector.
Yep.
Brushes. I took a picture of a rope, and
Yes.
right in front of a client, we made a rope brush and did their logo in that.
Okay,
From a
someone
picture.
remind me of this.
incredible.
When we do Adobe Capture, I'm going to make a brush out of the tiny hands.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a tiny hand brush, and we need
Love
to
it.
remember to do that when we get there. So
That's
next up, yeah, so
perfect
Adobe
idea.
Capture is probably the most robust and has just a million things. Next up, Adobe Photoshop. You guys know Photoshop. It's on desktop. It is on iPad now. It's great for selections, retouching, compositing, all that fun stuff. We're not going to be getting too in-depth with this, but Paul Traney literally teaches all of the things from Photoshop. So you can tune into
Yeah.
those. He is also on Fridays if you want to tune in a little bit earlier. And he has great resources for that. Nick, let's talk about some social media
Let's do it.
platforms. So
Yeah.
social media platforms, these are the things that we're going to be focusing on. And really, as we work in these Adobe programs, focusing on how do we transition into these other things, into these other places, right? If we're just creating stuff, we're just creating stuff. We want to make sure that it has application that you can continue to use it. So Nick, what is our first social media that we should be paying attention to?
We're going to be talking about Instagram. I think, have you ever heard anybody say this? The reason they love Instagram is because it's visual first, right?
Yes.
It's not a line first or whatever. It's a square that has to be there. It's all visual first.
Yes.
That's its main priority. And one of the things I love is anytime I think I've done something with the programs we have just mentioned, that's where I'll get maybe a little extra engagement or a little extra kind of comments or likes. Not so much, I can care less about the like. I want to see someone say like, whoa, that is an amazing effect. Where did that come from? How did you do that?
Yes.
And 9 times out of 10, it comes from something we mentioned here. What do you use? What's your kind of main emphasis of what you like about Instagram?
I like Instagram for community engagement. It's just cool to get connected with people. I think
Yeah.
it's a preview into who I am. And so I'm able to not necessarily, I curate pretty hardcore on there, but in my stories, I'm just like, cool, here's who I am. If I make something cool that I'm like, this isn't going to go anywhere, I can toss it in there and kind of just be like, cool, this is me, and really show who I am. And so the apps that we're going to use with Instagram, if you're working in Instagram, you want to focus on Lightroom, Spark, Rush, Fresco, Capture, and Photoshop. So kind of all of those programs, but that's what you'll be using to post to Instagram. Next up, we're talking about Twitter. I'll talk about this one. Twitter is like 80% of how I've gotten work. Twitter is an amazing resource to just reach out to people, to engage in the design community, to meet new designers. It's an awesome place to
Yes.
just, again, network like crazy, to make friends. You'll never
Yeah.
meet some of these people, but they might be your next client. And so from there, literally everything. You can post videos, you can post pictures. So
Totally.
Lightroom, Spark, Rush, Fresco, Capture, Photoshop, Aero, and Illustrator. You can do some cool 3D stuff on there as well. Twitter
Yeah.
is for everything, and it's for really kind of quick hits of just, hey, here's what I'm working on.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily for polished things. It's really great for tweeting things out, getting feedback, opening yourself up. I know that it's like crazy and everyone's like, you suck, but you will get some gems in there of actual good feedback
Yeah.
because the design community is nice, contrary to
You
some
make it
things that
your,
you see on Twitter. We're
yeah.
actually
You,
really nice.
you can make it what you want it to be on Twitter. I
Yes.
think you can be very selective on what you're following and what you're engaging with. But I think you nailed it by saying it is that kind of quick hit. And I like to think of it as a quicker window of opportunity than any other app, because you post something and, within 4 or 5 hours, if it didn't make any engagement, it's kind of in the ether, right? It's kind of like,
Yeah, like me
it lives
tweeting
in
the
the
words
past.
macaroni salad at 2 a.m. the other night, and I
Yeah.
woke up and I was like, at what point did I pick up my phone and tweet the words macaroni salad? Who
But
knows?
if you accompanied it with a really great picture from
That's
Lightroom,
if I have done,
who
yes,
knows?
that's true. I just have a picture of macaroni salad that I have retouched on my phone with Lightroom. Next
But
time,
maybe if you made it augmented reality or something, I don't know.
yes, exactly. Yeah, if you guys follow me on Twitter, that might be coming at some point. 3 a.m. just macaroni salad retouched to filth.
Hilarious, dude.
All right, let's go ahead and talk to the next one. Nick, I'm not even going to try to talk
Yeah.
about this one. This is your platform. What's LinkedIn for? What apps do we use in there?
Man, Spark is perfect, right? Spark
Yes.
is fantastic. You can even use Capture. I mean, technically all of them have some tangible relationship to all of these, but to me, Spark's probably the biggest, because I noticed too, when I'm going to make something for a post on LinkedIn, it's not so much the artsy kind of like just art alone from like Instagram. It's
Yep.
usually a call to action. It usually needs to have like for more info, those kind of things, and maybe brand colors and unique things. So Spark, that's probably the one challenge I'm going to give myself, is to start using that more for these things, because it gets to be a little tedious having to make something new from scratch every
Yep.
time.
Yeah,
Right?
and Spark is such a great resource, especially for LinkedIn, because it feels LinkedIn-ish. I don't know
Yeah.
how to like describe it, but it feels LinkedIn-ish. And yeah, LinkedIn's a great place.
That's a great t-shirt.
Yeah,
It feels
LinkedIn-ish.
a little linked-ish.
Yes.
I
All right. So
love
next
it.
up, the one that I spend the most time on, that I literally have, I think, a video of me singing Into the Unknown, and then a video of me doing a weird like dance with my feet so far. I don't post on TikTok, but I definitely engage with TikTok. But maybe I'll start posting more, because I can use Rush, Spark, and Aero
Yeah.
to post on TikTok. And you do have shorter times on TikTok. But the great thing is, by editing on the go with Rush, by using Spark, by using Aero, you can show your skills and even do tutorials in a really condensed time, right? You can
Yes.
even use Fresco, right? And just do a screen recording, show something off in Fresco,
Oh,
cut it
great
down,
idea.
speed it up, and then you can talk over, here's how I'm doing it, here's what's going on. You can do project highlights, and you also can show them your renegade if you want. Do
Great
some little
idea
sick
that you
dance
said
moves.
about Fresco it does the automatic time lapse
Yes.
of anything you're working on.
Yep.
So what a great connection to try throwing that up. Maybe fast speed on TikTok would be awesome.
Yep, absolutely. So TikTok, it's new, but we're going to show you how to leverage it, not just for like dances and like weird memes. You can actually use it to build a design audience, and there is a design TikTok. If your algorithm gets there, you'll get pretty good content.
Yeah.
All right, next up, MySpace. I don't know. It's
Look at that logo. Oh,
Nobody-
this is the best. A
gosh,
place
the
for
shade that I'm
friends.
throwing at I literally was
What was
putting
the other
this
one?
together.
Friendster?
Friendster,
What was-
yeah.
Dude, I don't even think I ever had a MySpace page.
Oh man,
You
the
did?
only reason that I know coding and HTML
Oh,
is because of
wow.
MySpace, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to change the colors. I want to try to like
That's
outline my
right.
topic. Like, I learned HTML because of
That
MySpace.
is great.
But for us,
probably
it's
doesn't apply
completely
here.
irrelevant. No, 0%. I was putting together the deck, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna throw some shade at MySpace. All right, cool. So next up is, it's where we are,
Yeah.
floating in the ether. Nick,
Best for last.
yes. What do we do here? Let's talk a little bit about Behance.
Oh my God, this kind of is the culmination of everything we just talked about, right? Like, what do you not put here? And it's always visual first. or video first, motion first, sound first,
Yes.
augmented reality, whatever you're showing, it's a visual first. And here we are wanting to show our stuff off, get feedback, and build great case studies. What better way to do it with apps like this that will help you stand out? We talked about that at the very beginning. Like, how are you standing above anybody else that's in your competitive kind of circle? And you're going to have to do it with these tools that are brand new, things that maybe a recruiting person or a human resources person or a creative director out there has not seen before.
Yes.
Boom, here it is. And get it on your Behance, show it off there. I love too that like Adobe supports it so well, and you can look by application at what people are doing and get great inspiration there. What would you use it for?
Behance is literally the best. And how I actually use it, I live stream to Behance all the time. You guys have probably seen, I mean, obviously like this, but also on my personal Behance. You can actually, I believe that live streaming is open to everyone out of Illustrator, out of Photoshop, and I think out of Fresco as well. So this is a great way to connect with an audience behind the scenes, to show your process, to show the things that go wrong. I did a series on my Behance that was literally branding a project from start to finish, all the way through. And it was something that I'd never show anyone, but I was able to broadcast that to the world and get awesome engagement there. Something else that's great with Behance, oh man, I forgot it before I started that sentence, and I was like, maybe by the time I get there, the point will come back to me. And it hasn't. Hold on, let me think. Oh, that's what it was. There are some really cool things coming to Behance. I've got a little preview of what's going. I mean, I can't like show you, but I know that there are some amazing things coming to Behance. And so if you are not on the platform of Behance, posting work, trying to do live streaming, and yes, you can live stream directly to Behance from the apps. If you're not doing that, do it now, because in the future at some point, you're going to feel like you've missed out. Like Behance is going to take over everything on the internet. Just get on it now, start posting, start engaging. It's totally awesome now, and it's just about to get better. So continuing on, happy holidays, y'all.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
happy
about
holidays.
it.
And,
oh my God, it's the holidays.
Wait, also, happy New Year, Nick. Like happy New Year.
See, we could have benefited from Spark having some really great kind of like Christmas card thing.
That's so true.
And a happy New Year explosion. So do you see the room for improvement we all have?
That's true. We could have gone mobile. Like we could have literally done it on our iPad. We actually have 10 minutes. Okay, here, let's do this. Okay, so what I want you to do, chat, is I want you to put into the chat any suggestions that you have for what we should be doing next semester. And by semester, it's not actually semester. By next, I don't know, what do we call it? Next season of Office Hours. Well, season 63 of Office Hours. We don't know. So put in any kind of suggestions that you have. While we do that, Nick, I need you to read those suggestions, answer some questions, and stall for a second, because I'm going to pull up my iPad, and we're going to try to make a Christmas graphic in Spark in the last 8 minutes that we have.
Perfect.
All right, go for it, Nick.
One thing I would say, guys, if you are looking for a perfect holiday gift for you or any creative in your life, we just did a great podcast on the DGDC podcast all about the coolest gifts for creatives. And links are in the show notes. We probably covered a good 15 to 20 different really cool gifts, things that you've probably never heard of. So give that a shot and take a listen. Would love to hear your feedbacks on that. You can find it on Spotify or Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
Perfect.
And
what do you got?
Yes, if you guys,
let's see what else we got here.
Yes, if you're looking to sign up, if you want access to all these programs, if you don't have access and you want to get access, I don't know if I can do this on stream, but I'm going to do it.
Just give it a try.
Yeah, we'll give it a try. Why not? So you can get all these apps right now. If you are a student, they are 60% off. So you can sign up, get engaged with Creative Cloud. If you're going to do that, you can go to hoch.school, just HOCH.school. It is my referral link, so that's why I'm like, I don't know if I can put a referral link out on stream. Why not? Hoch.school, HOCH.school, and it will give you 60% off Creative Cloud for your first year. So you can check that out. I'm sure that we'll talk about that more. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and hop over to my iPad, and I say that like it's going to work. In reality, no idea. All right, not this one. Hold on. Oh my gosh, it worked. All right, so we are here. We are in Adobe Spark. We have literally 5 minutes left in this episode, and I have simply gone up to the corner here and searched Christmas. I'm excited for Christmas is coming up December 25th. So let's see here. We have this cool Christmas card up here. I'm going to go ahead and click on this Christmas card, and it is a template, and it's going to allow me to remix. So I simply click on Remix. And check this out. Now everything I can double tap to move things. I can edit. So let's say we want this Christmas in a different font, right? I don't like scripts. 0% like scripts. So we're going to go over to fonts, and I want to do this in a nice big sans serif. There we go. I can resize it. Looks great. And then if I want to maybe move this element, some of these stripes, move those around, and maybe, yeah, this is rad.
Look at that.
Right? You can animate, you can do all kinds of things here in Spark, and whatever you want to do. See, now I'm like, oh, that looks terrible. That's awful. But you can play around with Spark. You can do things with video templates, animations, all kinds of amazing stuff, and you can make it happen very quickly and very easily. So literally we were like, oh man, I wish I had a Christmas thing. It's been 2 minutes and we're like, we did it. Yay, Christmas.
And, oh, nice font choice too. I like that better than the script.
All right.
So nice.
I'm a professional. I've done this once or twice before. So what am I using? I am using Adobe Spark. That is a great, actually, let's do this. Here.
Go for it.
I'll show you guys. I have, I set this up so I could show you. This is my iPad screen that has all of the Adobe mobile apps. So if you don't have any of these, let me cut back and, oh, it's already on. This is my screen, all the Adobe apps right here. So we have Illustrator, we have Aero, we have Behance, which is a great app to engage and watch live on. We have Adobe Capture, Adobe Fresco, Lightroom, Photoshop, Premiere Rush, Spark Post, and Adobe XD. And we're not talking about Adobe XD in this much, but I want to show you real quick what Adobe XD on mobile can do. If you've worked on building a website or animations or anything in Adobe XD on desktop, you can actually come into Adobe XD here on mobile. I'm going to click on this version 3 website that I have, and it lets you show the website live. It basically makes it so that it is a live website. Your clients can click through and see everything without having to deal with all of the craziness of seeing the back end of Adobe XD. And yes, what was that link? It was hawk.school. You can sign up there. I need to ask someone if I can use that referral link. We'll make one for office hours. Yeah, if we can use that, we will make one for office hours to make sure that you guys get connected and get these apps. All right. Guys, I think this is the first time that we have ever had extra time at the end of the episode. We have 1 or 2 minutes. We are usually right up to the last minute.
I would love to ask, what's your best takeaway from the last semester, guys?
Yes.
What is your favorite takeaway? We'd love to know what kind of resonated with you. Anything. We'd love to know. Now's your chance to throw it in there.
Nick, what was this is putting you on the spot. What was your
my biggest takeaway?
Biggest takeaway. Top thing that either something that you learned or something that we taught.
Yeah. I think it's a small community, regardless of the global reach that we've been having. It's such a small community, and that's the coolest thing about it. There's always someone there. Everyone's going through the same process, the same hurdles. Especially, I think our imposter syndrome was probably the most surprising one, that everybody really chimed in on that conversation. That I remember the most. What about you?
I think the thing that I learned this semester specifically is it's kind of a perspective that there's always someone there to listen, and that you always have something to say, right? I'm like a dude who's literally in my bedroom and my roommates are making cookies downstairs, and I'm just some guy who's gonna be here and talk about stuff. And there's almost 80 some of you watching from around the world, and again, it's that imposter syndrome that even if you don't think you have something to say, even if you don't think people are gonna listen, there's always somebody. We tune in every Friday and hang out and get to build this awesome community why does this happen? Like we just, it's just here.
Yeah.
And it's all because you just got to take that chance. You have something to say, and there will always be an audience to listen to what you have to say. Nick, do you want to read through some of these comments that are coming in?
I saw a few here. Cody, I love that. Just knowing what a case study is. Elizabeth, meeting people from all around the world, wanting to improve their skills. I love that. Jiratima, Spark is a wonderful app. Just love the way it aligns with Adobe. Yep, perfect. Typical graduation song is in my head. Jessica.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, there's so many good takeaways, man. We should totally, I don't know if we've ever thanked our buddy Matt Dawson and Crop for how we all met over a year ago and figured out this idea to do something really cool with Adobe. So big thanks to Matt for putting on Crop. Can't wait for real community things to come back.
Yes, agreed. And thanks to Lisa. Lisa's in chat and all the Adobe Education team. It feels like we're like going off the air, but we're really just leaving the semester format. We're closing down the year. And thanks to the Adobe Live team. If you guys want to do a screenshot real quick, do a screenshot of the syllabus. And as of the end of, oh boy, I just messed something. Okay. As of the end of this episode, I will go in and change all of the bit.ly/Adobe Office Hours into the new format so you can see the new syllabus. You can screenshot right here. I think that I broke. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
This is not how we end this. This is typical of how we should end the semester. It feels right. So you can screenshot this, check out our syllabus. It will be in the folder bit.ly/Adobe Office Hours. And with that, everyone, let's count down to the end of 2020 Adobe Live content. Thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all are awesome. You're our favorite people. And we will see you next year on Adobe Live. Nick, would you like to count us down?
Yes. 10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!